Hey guys, Dark Prometheus here, and we sneaked an overtime 3-point win off a good running game by Matt Forte and Jeremy Langford, as well as that walk-off interception. Kyle Fuller on the backup there, not Brent Hundley, although he did throw a couple passes out there, but we escaped that one. So, what we will do is go to the next week against the Giants, look at a couple things, and go from there. One of the things we got to keep on doing is getting this running game going, taking the game, uh, the turnover game away from Cutler and putting the ball in the hands of Matt Forte and Jeremy Langford and wearing down the defense. First thing we will look at is we are now the 5th overall in offensive yards. We are almost last in defensive. So, we're going to look at the weekly awards for week 4. Russell Wilson, 32 of 51, 455 yards, 2 passing touchdowns to take 5 sacks, go beating back there. On the AFC side, Tom Savage over in Houston, 25-37, 357 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, and took 1 sack. Had 11 carries, though, which is odd. On the defensive side, starting with the NFC, Levy had 9 tackles, 3 sacks, 1 interception, and I believe that's Jonathan Joseph over there in Pittsburgh, moving over from Houston. 9 tackles, 1 interception, 1 forced fumble, and 1 fumble recovery. He might have actually recovered his own fumble there. So, we have looked at that. Let's look at the news, see if we got a couple draft stories here before we look at the players to scout. Nope, still Jimmy Ferguson, the center out of Wisconsin. So we will go back to best available, go back to those 2 corners that we were looking at prior. Okay, so one's right here. Jamario Tate. B and B minus. So I mean he's 5'11", but I mean he's probably a slot guy. Sly Beasley. Good pursuit, good hit power. He could go somewhere. Do I have Sherrod Patrick, Michigan State, Tampa 2. He's a cover 2 guy. He would be moved in the middle. Right tackle. Not really don't care about strong safeties. Don't care about that. CJ Mason. He's 6'2". He's a balance type. Couldn't kick him out. Florida State, Kendall James. He's in a 4-3. Speed rusher. So we can move him on the outside. B power, B pursuit. Ooh, those finesse moves are killer. Receiver. Martin McNeil, out of UCLA. He's a balanced guy now. Jeffrey Harper, USC, Tampa 2. He's cover 2 guy, so he's going to be coverage. Here's Jimmy Ferguson, center. Middle linebacker, Justin Clark, Auburn, attacking 3-4. He's a tackler. We do got Pleasant there. The other one is Burrow. Burrow's a 30-year player. No, we don't really need to look at middle linebackers. DeMont Mitchell. No. Antarius Blair, USC, base 3-4. He's a versatile guy. Good block shedding. Ooh, this guy is intriguing because of that block shedding. But I think he'll end up being a development player. Damn, I'm not. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's go back down. Chucky Hopkins, base 4-3. Javier Batista. You know what? I will look at him. 6'5", 328. We can. Well, he's a nose tackle. No, I could kick him outside. I could, but Beckett Jones, Oklahoma speed rusher. Have to kick him outside of the left linebacker, right linebacker. Yeah. He's a second round pick, definitely. 297. This is more of an end. Pursuit, power moves, tackle. Could possibly kick him out too. To one of the ends. Deshaun Tracy. Pass rusher, same thing with him. Oh, that's ugly. That is ugly. We're going to look at Dejon Farmer of Pittsburgh. Run support. Yeah. We had a very weak corner class this year. Noah Adams. Run stopper. Ooh, he might be someone we might look at. As a run stopper, we kick him inside. And he can get off blocks. I mean, that's what we're having issues with, is run stopping. DJ Austin, Oklahoma, attacking 4-3, balanced. Yeah, it's whatever. All right. So we're going up against the New York Giants. So Cameron Meredith is out for 3 weeks. Alshon Jeffrey's out for another 2, and Ingram is out for 5 weeks. So Cameron Meredith got hit in the back on that return. Giants, however, are missing Darren Walls for the next 3 weeks, LeGarrette Blount for another week, and Trey Carpenter. Looks like a rookie there for 9 weeks. Yep, they're all hurt, and we aren't picking up another back or another receiver. So we'll just roll what we have. Giants. So looking at the Giants, Eli Manning and Ryan Nassib. Brandon Whedon moved over here. Halfback Shane Vereen and Andre Williams with Alex Green back there, and LeGarrette Blount is hurt, so we know that. Zach Lyons, the fullback. Receivers Odell Beckham, Victor Cruz, Rod Streeter, Corey Washington, and Christopher Hart, the rookie out of FIU, Florida International. I'm guessing the third. I don't remember who the third receiver technically was here before this year. I have to look at the roster. Josh Hill, a fourth-year player, Ohio State. The Who's over here too. Human Yowie or whatever the hell his name is. Arthur Lynch. On the line, Will Beatty on the left side. Klein on the left guard. Walton in center. Jamarcus Webb. Wow, I almost said Joe Webb. Jamarcus Webb. And then Eric Flowers. So we might actually be able to exploit the defense a lot. Or the offensive line a lot with our defense. William Hayes here on the left side on the end, working on defense with Jay Bromley behind him, third-year player out of Syracuse. Jason Pierre-Paul on the right side with Matt Shaughnessy behind him. Defensive tackle, Jonathan Hankins and B.J. Raji with Corey Bass as the rookie. Kyle Wilbur, fifth-year player out of Wake Forest, with DeMarcus Crosby. So we did kind of scout DeMarcus Crosby to see what he could do, but he wasn't someone on our radar after the combine. Keenan Robinson, fifth-year player out of Texas, with Brad Jones coming over from the Packers a couple years back. DeMonte Moore over here, right outside linebacker. So their right side is pretty weak between JT Thomas and DeMonte Moore. So we might see more of a extra corner out there in their nickel package as opposed to seeing Exodus on the right side. So this would be their standing linebacker. So we may not even actually see two linebackers out there a lot, depending. Corner, we got Dominic Rogers-Cromartie out here with Prince Amukamara. And then from there, you have massive drop off. So our slot receiver is going to have good games here. And playing the slots can be between it's going to be Eddie Royal and Tavon Austin, some speedsters that can be able to get the ball and work in some space, which is good. And Sean Ungers here, a Delaware State rookie. We did kind of look at him, but I mean, his size and just his height was not good enough for me. Darren Walls is hurt, otherwise he would be the nickel. Free safety, Nat Burley, or Burry, I'm guessing. Burley is a pitcher a couple years back. Landon Collins over here, free safety. So it is actually interesting that Landon Collins is not starting at free safety. Bennett Jackson's going to be starting on the strong safety side with McKeel Thompson behind him. They do have Blair Ross as the kicker and Sam Kosh as the punter. Returning is going to be Beckham behind Miss Cruz. Still getting punts is going to be Beckham. And then Sean Vereen is going to be that third down running back. So what we have here is we need to improve on offense. I mean, how long do we have to go without a receiver? 2 weeks until Alshon Jeffrey comes back. We could possibly look. Let's see if we can possibly cut someone. I think the offensive line is pretty much needed like this. You know what? We are going to cut Adrian Hubbard. And now we're going to bring in another receiver. We got 3 hurt receivers. We're going to look at what we got here. We're going to make a decision and go from there. So at receivers, Miles Austin. Particularly just someone that could provide depth. Not someone that's great. Bryce Butler might be a good pick. Do have Nick Toombs, Lester Jeans out here, Devin Hester, Ted Gamble will drop the ball more, Denarius Moore. Chris Givens is out here. Wilson, Josh Cribbs. You know what? We are going to bring back Joshua Bellamy. And I think this is the roster we're going to go with for a while. Even when Alshon Jeffrey comes back. Just because we got Pleasant in the middle. And we are going to bring Joshua Bellamy in right here. Just because naturally we have Pleasant and Burrow there. Will Young's on the left. So yeah, I am going to put Cornelius Washington right here. Alright, guys, that just about does it for this news video. We're going into week 5. At week 7, we'll reflect back. Actually, at the trade deadline, we'll look at if there's any trades that have gone on that are of note, and then we'll go from there. But I will see you when we head into MetLife Stadium and play the 2-2 Giants as we try to get our season back on track, fighting to get back to 500. So I will see you guys next time. Later.